First Workers' Day, quite a number of unions all over Nigeria they came out en masse to campaign and to ask the state governors to ensure that they get the minimum wage of 30,000 naira. Let me tell you what 30,000 naira can do. 30,000 naira will buy you a bag of rice, about half bag of beans. No, actually, would even buy you a whole bag of beans. But that would only last your family for a month. 30,000 naira would barely pay your rent, take you to school. And with 30,000 naira, you can barely even pay the children's school fees. So 30,000 naira, a lot of people have recognized as poverty wage, but yet the government, the state governors are still saying they can pay. Despite the signing into law of the new national minimum wage, there seems to be quite a number of issues the organized labor need to contend with. In some states, it is the issue of 27 months of salary arrears, what would then be the fate of such workers from this month when the new wage is expected to be implemented. However, still to be dealt with is the issue of some governors and governor-elects insisting they can pay or that they need to go back to the drawing board.
The labor leaders, we will sit down and look at the viability of paying it. It is possible to pay it, and we will pay it if we're able to block the leakages. So that is how we're going to handle the issue of the minimum wage.
It's long overdue because 18,000 naira is definitely not sustainable. But I also do believe, as I've told my colleagues and I've also told the NLC president, that this time we must understand what minimum wage is. Minimum wage is not supposed to be a general salary increment. Those at the bottom of the rung should actually benefit much more than those at the top, and it ought to be so.
This is how some well-meaning Nigerians reacted to the issue.
The labor union that are fighting, I wonder what they are actually fighting for. They have not fought for the people who are owed 9 months, 10 months, and some state government are even threatening that, okay, look, if we are to pay the 30,000, then we will cut down on our labor. How do you stop them from sacking workers, from laying them off?
Minimum wage is something that, in my opinion, should not be applied uniformly, because different states have different abilities to pay, and different states also have different costs of living. Okay, the cost of living in Lagos is not the same as the cost of living in Sokoto, and the cost of living in Sokoto is not the same as the cost of living on the Jos Plateau. Okay, so we need to be a little more realistic. Like, for instance, a minimum wage of 30,000 naira per month would not go anywhere in a state like Lagos.
Meanwhile, the Lagos State Coordinator of the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, Mohammed Momo, has said the federal government is yet to release a circular ordering the implementation of the newly approved minimum wage for corps members. Remember, the former NYSC Director General, Sulaiman Kazaure, had assured that there would be an increase in the payment for corps members in accordance with the increment in the national workers' wage. In all, it is quite clear the federal government's insistence on the implementation of the new national minimum wage is yet to be a concluded issue. Seems the end of this matter is not yet in sight. Tomisin Ojo reporting for MITV News.